And so we're back with Chapter 7. Live now, sleep later. Her royal morning coffee. The next morning for a given value of morning was going just as well as the previous board one as per dry roast, with a pleasant walk through town, a relaxing feeling about the brisk morning air and the Princess Free shop. He brought a maternity up to a happy perking warmth, started the first pastries into the oven, and just realized the peace and quiet for a while. After all, Sparkle had an entire bag of coffee beans to make coffee for a few weeks, so she would not get into his mane and everything would roll along like normal without sleepwalking. Oh, wait, she brought the beans back. Still, maybe it won't be a normal morning anyway. The muted ding of the required bell made Dry Roast quickly turn toward the front door, and then relax fractionally when he saw Luna's stacked pews strolling up through it. Good morning, fair shopkeeper! We are here for our shift! Maybe not that normal, even by Ponyville standards. Good. Dry Roast paused to look outside at the inky darkness covering Ponyville. Is it really morning until the sun comes up? Verily, we say it is morning, therefore it is! Since she was the ultimate arbiter of the term, Dry Roast accepted her ruling and considered the second slightly more important problem she represented. Are you sure you want to work at my store, Princess Luna? Call me Luna! She insisted, giving him a warm smile that he wished that he could get all of his employees to copy, even during busy times. To be honest, Dry Roast would have been hired any unicorn or Pegasus to behave like Luna right on the spot. She was bright, alert, quick to learn, and very friendly with the customers. Raising and lowering the moon was not on the job description of the Barcia, but Dry saw no reason why he could not allow a few minutes for her to perform her divine duties while on break. That's not to say hiring her was going to be easy. The amount of bits he was going to have to hold his taxes for was puzzling, but all the rest of the paperwork had been completed, so he settled down with the princess for more specific training than yesterday. It was so nice to have a few hours of quiet, and Luna's comfortable personality made him almost forget her royal nature after she told him a few dirty jokes. In fact, when she took a break to the lower of the moon, he almost missed it due to his own mistimed bathroom break. But there she was, in her Java Lechosa apron, lowering the moon with the same ease a normal unicorn would use to move an apple. She handled the rest of her morning duties alongside with the other employees with a similar style, and took off for home. After the noon rush to the road, walking floating over the mountain beside her just as casually as she had been working at the coffee shop for at least a few centuries. He was watching her vanish into the distance as if considering if Rarity really had needed to embroider her mane on the upper when Dry Roast caught the glint of light from the other castle on the edge of the hill. So he turned and gave a casual wave to Sparkle and her telescope. Once quitting time rolled around, the rest of the afternoon passed about the same way as Dry Roast expected. The equipment was clean, the leftovers pastries taken over to the meals on wheels, and his late afternoon catch-up weightlifting experiences was Rainbow Dash at the gym left him at the control letter. While touring home, he was just starting to look forward to a relaxing hot shower and a good book. Then he found something in his way, and it was holding a clipboard. Dry Roast immediately began to dislike clipboards. Good afternoon, said the royal guard, Pegasus still standing quiet silently in front of the Dry Roast door. Is your name Dry Roast? Why? He asked Dry while pulling on his keys. I have a few questions for you, sir. No. Dry Roast unlocked the door and opened it up. It will only take a few minutes, sir. The guard moved to one side to allow Dry Roast to pass, but stopped after Dry went inside and held out a hoof. No, it won't. Good day, sire. He closed the door with no small amount of irritation, as well as a slight guilty feeling as if he were carrying a few bags of stolen bits past a police station. It gave him time during his brisk cold shower to consider the possibility of the royal guard actually arresting him for aggravating royal kiss theft on the first degree, or maybe employing a princess without a work permit, but none of the charges really seemed plausible anymore, particularly since he could call Luna as a witness to its active and advert activities. He grabbed a book out of a Ray Check's library pile and went out the balcony to get some relaxing or reading done before bedtime, only to find the armored Pegasus guard standing rather impatiently next to his telescope and waiting for him. Don't get inside. The guard arranged his papers on his clipboard and opened his mouth only for Dry Roast to cut him off. Unless you're arresting me, go away. Pardon me? Asked the guard, obviously comfortable at the way the conversation was going. I said, unless I'm under arrest, shoot. Be gone. I have a book to read and you're in the light. I'm afraid I must insist, said the guard with the most sincere voice and impassive face which he must have practiced in front of a mirror for just hear the capital letter settle over that word, but Dry quickly countered which one. Which one? Which one what? Asked the guard, obviously confused. Which princess? Asked Dry. The customer or the employee? And the guard cut off his words so quickly that Dry Rolls thought he might have bitten his tongue, then cleared his throat and said, Customer. Are you arresting me? Asked Dry. There was a very long pause before the guard reluctantly said, No. Then buzz off. Look, Princess Twilight's castle is right over there. Dry Rolls pointed and squinted at the glint of light coming from the top of the roof, where he would put a telescope if it was a huge crystal castle. In fact, she's probably over there with a telescope spying on me, so if you want answers to questions, go talk to her. Now beat it. For one long moment, Dry considered what would happen if the guard took his suggestion literally and beat him like a dog. But in the end, Pegasus turned tail and flew away without another word. Dry settled down his book, giving only a casual glance at the royal direction of the guard's path, and relaxed to see him headed for the nearer two castles, in particular the one with the Celestia and the living sun down the middle. He returned to reading his book in the dark only a small itching desire to fly on the wall when the poor guard with money villagers in a desolate region. Princess Twilight! Princess Twilight! The royal guard fluttered down from the sky and pointed to the glance of power. Your cold front is being mean to me! Yes, hissed the young Alcorn, still hunched over her telescope viewfinder. What a naughty unicorn! Go arrest him and throw him into my dungeons. The guard puffed out his chest and saluted. Yes, Your Highness. Princess Twilight Sparkle gave out a high-pitched cackle. Then I'll torture him for days. I'll read him books with bad grammar and plot holes, and force him to write literal analyses of children picture books. Maybe even... Twilight's voice became low and sultry. Force him to read Rainbow Dash's daring fanfiction. The guard trembled, shying away from the pure insanity of the image. Now fly! Called out Twilight, pointing down at the ponybill. Fly, my pretty, and bring him to me! Dry chuckled and settled into the recliner of his book. He had read some Rainbow Dash's fiction out of pure curiosity after being battered, hounded a turtle at the gym about it for several weeks. He disdained for the comic coma overriding enthusiasm expressiveness and excessive exclamation points, even in the middle of the sentences, and the word disguised itself, and third character made them less literature and more literature. But to his surprise, they were, fascinating, in the same fashion a load of Pegasus wagon full of explosives crashing to the ground was. After all, the end result was much the same, and you were really glad to happen to some pony else. Just about the time he was getting good and relaxed, a shadow fell over Dry Rose's reading spot. He looked up to see the royal guard again. Only this time, the Pegasus looked embarrassed, and chatted as much like a little colt who had messed the bed. The guard's voice was almost inaudible with a pensive frown. Dry Rose almost automatically sorry. The guard paused and changed his bottle before really spitting up the nectar, nattering and scolding. Dry Rose was not expecting that kind of response. Is that it? The guard fairly growled. She said he had an order command to order him into her task. It took really little thought to add. This bunch of coffee cups over at her house. Could you run them up to the kitchen over second step? Guard obviously expected something awkward and grating and humiliating times. Yes, sire. That'd be all. Dry Rose waved and looked at the mission world dismissal and returned to the reading. It took several pages while out in the warm sunshine, showing the even more beautiful capital. Rory looked up at her guard at the brilliant castle. Back into the house and came out with a piece of paper which he taped to the side of the house, then regarded it with a critical eye to spelling before returning to his book with the words. The words, "Thank you," were in large enough letters to be read from the castle. If a telescope were used, and Dry Rose took the occasional glance at the sign while reading before eventually going to bed. After all, he had to get up on time tomorrow. He had more training to do as his new employee. The next morning, Dry Rose felt almost comfortable with having Princess Luna show up a few minutes after he unlocked the shop. He had assumed her work hours at the shop would be impositioned on her more important duties as a princess, but she shrugged and passed his concerns off with the explanation that they were a fairly boring lull around this time of night anyways. When all day ponies had finally gone to bed, and the morning ponies had not even heard the first bell of their alarm clocks. In fact, while he stood at the coffee shop doorway and looked up the Canterlot, she waxed a little poetic about looking down from the Canterlot into the silent darkness of Ponyville, and seeing that one light of his store come on a star every morning without a fail. She had a few odd ideas about what was causing it over the last 2 years, particularly since Twilight's light in the library quite often has similar light in around the same time. 2 lights? Who pass in a ship? Asked Dry Rose. You have to admire, you two make a cute couple, said Luna. I don't admit that, said Dry a little defensively. Luna continued as if he had not objected at all. One of the things Sally and I have done over the years is attempting to poach is the word, each other's cold friends. My sister is presently without a male companion, so I was looking greatly forward to playing with Twilight Sparkle in that fashion. She taped a hoof on the ground and rolled her eyes. Upon investigation, I found her life is the subject of much theory but extremely little physical evidence. Dry rolled his eyes too, then froze up as the words relocated to his sick head. You mean you're going to try to steal me away from Twilight? Not that I'm with her or we were dating, which we aren't, right? Luna leaned over and snipped slowly up his mane until she reached his twitching ears and whispered, It is a great sport. Trying to put forward of the air of being offended without squeaking at the sensation of Luna's cool breath against his ears, Dry Rose said, I'm sure the hoopball feels the same at the end of the game. Luna drew back a little, but only until she could flick her eyelashes at him. Tell me, kind sire, doth your princess of the night not appeal to your masculine nature? Are you not pleasured by my presence and wish to... You're an employee, he blurted out, and there's no fraternization between employees or supervisors. As princess of the night, I watch over all ponies, said Luna in a soft, breathy voice. Large and small, short and tall, there is to be no fretting between the watchers and the watched, and watchers watches over all. Whatever is she to do with her natural urges? Is she doomed never to feel the touch of a lover or a satisfaction of her desires? Then Luna shrugged, bringing her unconscious positions on her shoulders, before returning to her place by his side, looking up at the looming city on the mountain in a silent contemplation. His sense of normality returned when the first customers began to show, as well as his morning temper. Sugar Lump. Of course, normality was related when dawn approached and Luna turned into a princess. Luna, by the simple expedient of stripping out of her sword and prawn and long, slow motions, hanging onto his arm while she strolled outside the lowering room. When she strolled back inside where Sugar Lump and Dry Rose were standing in awestruck silence, she plucked off her arm from Dry's horn and began to wiggle it back it with far more extensive ways and motions than necessary. Dry was uncomfortably reminded of the dressing club he had attended in college, whistling along with his smart buddies while shouting, Put it on! Put it on! Put it on all! As young mares put on clothes on stage. It's not helpful to Luna to her place behind the coffee machine again, regarding him from the underlowered lashes. As you said, it is a part-time job, kind sire. In any case, it is point of the great mootness, since Princess Twilight Sparkle has no feelings for you, or your equipment other than this. Luna tapped the coffee machine with one hoof. As it is, I have a few questions about the proper usage of mine. Equipment, good stallion. Many of the citizens have requested extra foam in their beverages, which is unfortunate, for I do not know the mysteries of the device, which causes the creamy witness to be whipped into a pattern of froth. Could you show me again how to get the suffocated quantity of white force in this piece of equipment? Dry Rose took a brief glance out the main room, where several stallions and 2 mares were standing back with mixed expressions of terror and fascination. He swallowed and moved over to next to Luna, and ordered a lecture instead of pen like he wanted. They kept his calm demeanor through the rest of the morning rush until Luna departed for her great mountain. Sugar Lump moved up to stand beside him while they watched the little princess ascend until she was lost from sight. Then she sighed and brushed the lock of her tangled mane out of her eyes. Boss, that was awesome! Tell me about it, said Dry, so little rattled from the morning's activity. Started Sugar Lump cautiously. You're hitting on both princesses. He was just locking up the store and getting ready to go home when Rainbow Dash shoulders were hovering overhead with crossed forelegs and a fierce scowl. It had been a very busy day, so Dry Rose tried his best to brush off the prickly Pegasus to no avail. I'm sorry, Rainbow, but we're closed. I was just going to run leftover pastries over to Pinkie Pie. Come on, growled Rainbow Dash. Spill it! Spill what? asked Dry. After all, there were a lot of things that could be spilled. Blood for one. His in particular. What you and Twilight have been up to? She snapped. Yesterday, Twilight came storming out of my favorite sleeping spot, kicked my cloth to pieces, and started ranting and raving about how he was in some sort of prank conspiracy with you to put a bag of coffee beans into her bedroom. It sounded like an awesome prank, but she got all huffy when I asked about the details and flew off. I was going to catch you at the gym yesterday, but I cut off into practice. So like I said, Rainbow put Dry close to the chest. Spill it! You'll never believe me. Dry was considered the situation. I know somebody you know. At that late hour of afternoon, the Ponyville market was nearly deserted, but Applejack was still popping around to other stalls, helping farmers get their spaces cleaned up after the parade sales. Although her own wagon was already packed and ready to go, they'd never seen the busy farm pony thief before on the help table. Well, when the driver was rolled up the pace of the box of leftover pastries, he was intended on taking a little sugar cake for him. Applejack gave him a smile and promptly nosed one of the cinnamon and apple pastries out of the box. Thanks, Dry. That'll hit the spot. He saw it object when Rainbow Dash grabbed one too, but Pinkie Pie always had enough pastries of whatever kinds to fill every last Meals on Wheels box. So he took one also, and Golden Harvest nabbed the last one. A carrot cookie, of course. Service was a smile, said Applejack through the crumbs, and darn tootin' good too. That's because those were your apples in there, said Golden Harvest between bites. Make some better, said Applejack. What can I do for you, Dry? I'm plumb out apples today. Applejack probably interrupted with the spray of her own crumbs. You want to know why Twi's been acting so weird lately? I'm afraid you're gonna have to be a little more specific there, Sugar Cube. Applejack took her hat off and scratched at her back of her head while most certainly not looking at Dry Rolls, which made him speak up before any misconceptions could start. Twilight Sparkle seemed to think that Rainbow Dash was involved in some sort of prank that rolled up in a bag of coffee beans being left in her bed. Oh, yeah. Applejack put her hat back on. I'm afraid that's my doing, Rainbow Dash. Really? Rainbow Dash folded up a few yards off the ground and scowled. No way! You're just an amateur. It takes a real pro to prank Twilight like that. She yelled at me for a good 5 minutes. What did you do? Really? Applejack held up a hoof. Honest, Artie, I'm responsible for the bag of beans. She paused with a smile beginning to creep onto her face. Although Dry helped. Not touching me, said Dry Rolls. Really? Rainbow Dash slid in front of her friend and nodded. Come on, tell! Well, since Twilight is spilling the beans all up top, I guess I can. Applejack settled back in a relaxed position. I all saw it yesterday morning when I found Dry there in bed with Twilight's back. Dry Rolls blew out some from while Golden Harvest broke on a little Applejack was cooking. They were all caught up like two bugs in a rug with Twilight having her leg around his. Hey! Ned, all inquisitive, like that one day she got the new daring move and wouldn't let go of it for days. Dry interrupted before the story could get out of the floor. She was sleepwalking! She chained herself to the bed and dragged it down to my store. Rainbow Dash frowned with an unaccustomed thought. Couldn't you have just taken her back to your place? I mean, if you wanted to claim her to the bed. I didn't chain her to the bed, said Dry, said just as calmly as he could. She did. I'm pretty sure that's not the way it's supposed to work, said Rainbow Dash, which set Dry was sputtering again. Are you done? Asked Applejack. Rainbow Dash paused and nodded. Yeah, I suppose. Go on. Anyhow, I rescued the good prince from the severe snuggling up by swapping a bag of beans from him, and the two of us dragged her back to the bed back to the castle. Applejack shrugged. He didn't even stick around into his bedroom to help put things back. Just lit out there like a rocket and got lost on the way back to the front door, so I don't think he's been over there through her boudoir before. Thank you, said Dry Rose before turning to Rainbow Dash. Happy? The Pegasus replied with a fierce frown and sulky sounding. You could have just woke me up. It were a couple minutes after dawn, said Applejack. We couldn't have woke you up with a pin. Golden Harvest abruptly spoke up. So, how long have you been sleeping with Twilight Sparkle? About 20 minutes, sputtered Darbles. Maybe 15. Was there any kissing? She asked. Because I bought a ticket from Lyra from the pool and... Darbles did not care to hear the rest and stalked away, leaving the 3 mares behind to chat, and conspire behind his back. At least tomorrow was his day off and he would not have to deal with it. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, smash that like button for the next part. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Or Warriors in my next video. Stay sharp!